The Indiana Fever released a surprising mid-season report on Wednesday, showing record-breaking statistics that demonstrates the influence of Caitlin Clark, their star player, and the driving force behind the franchise's increasing popularity. As the Fever prepare to resume the WNBA season on Thursday, following the All-Star and Olympic breaks, the club has established itself as the league's leader in fan involvement, attendance, and media attention. Midway through the WNBA season, the league has already drawn more than a dozen audiences exceeding 1 million, a milestone not reached since 2008. The impressive spike in viewing is partly due to the entrance of rookie Caitlin Clark, whose popularity has catapulted the Indiana Fever's games to the top of the ratings table. Clark, a former Iowa standout, has had an influence on the WNBA season, as she and the Fever have been in each of the top 10 highest-rated games. However, not only has the quantity of viewers changed, but so have the demographics of the audience. According to Nielsen statistics acquired by Rachel Bachman of The Wall Street Journal, every demographic group has seen at least a double-digit rise, with the largest growth among young viewers, male viewers, and white viewers. Let's dive into some more of these broken records by the sensational rookie. And guess what? We're seeing her play again this weekend. What a time to be alive. Women's basketball has grown in popularity, with more fans tuning in, filling venues, and interacting on social media to support their favorite teams and players. Indiana, in particular, has become the sports hub, with fans connecting with the Fever and their young players in innovative ways, and the momentum shows no signs of stopping as the club strives to return to the WNBA playoffs this season. The results have been spectacular throughout the organization, but they are arguably most visible during the excitement and adrenaline of the game experience at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Fever led the league in attendance. 8 of the team's 11 home games this season were sold out, and the team maximized season ticket sales for 2024. Overall, more than 186,000 spectators have attended a home game in 2024, the highest in team history, and a 265% increase over the previous season. The excitement has spread to road games as well, with over 230,000 supporters attending Fever games in opponent stadiums, and many road games being moved to larger venues to accommodate the enormous crowds. That's just the impact Caitlin and her teammates are having on the league right now. This is a historic moment, an inflection point for women's basketball, and there's nothing more fitting than Indiana being at the center of it all, said Mel Raines, Pacers Sports and Entertainment's CEO. Over several seasons, we have built a young, talented roster that fans are excited to support, and this is momentum that we will build off for years to come. Fans at the venues aren't the only ones thrilled to see Fever games. The WNBA stated in April that the Fever will lead the league with 38 national television games, and the franchise has also teamed with Tegna to broadcast games in central Indiana and the Midwest. The response from fans has been overwhelming. The Fever's regular season opening in Connecticut, for example, drew 2.3 million viewers across ESPN2, ESPN+, and Disney+ platforms, making it the most-watched WNBA game at the time on ESPN. The team's game in Chicago on June 23rd became the highest-watched WNBA game in 23 years, with 2.3 million viewers on average and 3.3 million at its peak. Fans are also more engaged in social and digital media than ever before. Interaction on Fever digital channels has risen this season, with fans praising the team's thrilling and creative material. The Fever have the highest interaction, video views, and social media followers of any WNBA team, and from April 15th to July 19th, videos created by the team had more than 800 million views, following only Miami FC among major U.S. sports organizations during that time. Since mid-April, Fever social media channels have accumulated more than 1.3 million followers, leading the WNBA in that category. This is a fun team, on and off the court, and our staff has done an exceptional job at creating content that connects our growing fan base in new and innovative ways, said Todd Taylor, Pacers Sports and Entertainment President for Business Operations. This is an important moment for our sport and our city and state, and it is exciting to be able to share it with our fans at Gainbridge Fieldhouse and all over the world. Unsurprisingly, supporters have flocked to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse team store in historic numbers, with 4 Fever home games in 2024 setting the venue's single-game team store record. This has led in a 694% rise in total products sold year over year, as well as more than 1,000% growth in net sales at the team store and a comparable increase in jersey sales. I guess I don't have to tell you which jersey is sold the most in the store? That's right, CC22. Do you already have a Caitlin Clark jersey? Finally, the enthusiasm led to increasing participation among the Fever's business partners. So far in 2024, the team has had a 225% rise in overall business partnerships, leading the WNBA in that area. The Fever are presently striving to return to the WNBA playoffs following 3 historic draft classes that resulted in a squad full of rising talents. The club has a winning home record and has recovered from a difficult early season run against some of the WNBA's top teams, including a trip to the West Coast. On Friday, August 16th at 7:30 p.m., the Fever faced the Phoenix Mercury at Gainbridge Fieldhouse to kick off the second half of the season. How about that for breaking records, right? The Fever are certainly having an incredible season, just like Caitlin Clark is. And they aren't only rewarded in broken records, as the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game will be held in Indianapolis, the city's first time hosting the event. The choice is unsurprising considering the Fever's recent increase in popularity, which was partly fueled by the entrance of Caitlin Clark, the NCAA's all-time leading scorer, who was picked first overall in April. The league will make an official announcement regarding the game later this week, sources told ESPN's Alexa Philippou on Wednesday, confirming Indianapolis as the next host city for the mid-season showcase. The Fever have been riding a wave of anticipation since Clark joined the squad, which also includes previous #1 choice, Aaliyah Boston, and #2 pick Nalissa Smith. The Fever presently top the league in attendance for both home and away games, with a 265% increase over previous season. This rise in fan interest has translated into major media coverage, as Indiana leads the WNBA with 38 nationally broadcast games this season. 10 of these programs have established new audience records across several networks. The frenzied enthusiasm for the squad extends to social and digital media. The Fever lead all major U.S. athletic teams in video consumption across social media, with over 800 million views since April. The club has attracted 1.3 million new followers, representing a 266% growth, making it the most followed WNBA team. Furthermore, fan contact with the Fever's website and app has risen tenfold, indicating the team's expanding online presence and engagement. The Fever's growing popularity, along with Clark's star power, makes Indianapolis an excellent contender to host the 2025 All-Star Game. Clark's performance in this year's All-Star Game, when she scored 4 points and had a team-high 10 assists for Team WNBA in a 117-109 win over Team USA, only heightens the expectation. Indianapolis has hosted several big athletic events. The city just hosted the 2024 NBA All-Star Game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which will also host the WNBA All-Star Game in 2025. Additionally, Indianapolis will host the 2026 Men's Final Four at Lucas Oil Stadium and the 2028 Women's Final Four at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. As the Fever attempt to make the playoffs for the first time since 2016, the announcement of the 2025 All-Star Game adds to the team's enthusiasm. With a current record of 11 wins and 15 losses, the Fever are 7th in the league. Following the Olympic break, the Fever will begin regular season action at home against the Phoenix Mercury on Friday. Are you excited about the WNBA All-Star Game being in Indianapolis next year? And what are your predictions for the game this weekend? Will Caitlin Clark smash Diana Taurasi's Mercuries once again? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.